congratulations, you've decided to see or check if you can qualify for a home loan. I know it's a big decision, especially nowadays, right? High interest rates, no inventory, or what do I do? Okay, I get it. Okay, but you've taken the right step, and now you want to see what documents do I need so that I can just see if I can get pre qualified, or what do I need to know? Now, I'm here to tell you, if you are one of these people, okay, that are on Zillow, just seeing every house, okay, for sale, and every time a new listing comes on the market, and then you see the listing go into active or pending or active under contract, I'm here to tell you that that's exactly why this process that you're going to start today is the best decision for you. I know it's easy to get into the Zillow doomsday scroll, okay? Just scrolling on Zillow, seeing all the houses, don't know what you really qualify for, okay? And I think the biggest step that you can take as a new home buyer is actually to really find out how much you can qualify for, how much mortgage you're willing to pay, and then you go from there to see and start scrolling on Zillow if that's what you want to do, okay? Because I get calls all the time. Oh, me and my husband, or me and my family, we love this home, but I still haven't gotten qualified, but I'm pretty sure I can qualify for that property. We have enough money saved, we have enough income. I understand, guys, okay? Everybody's going to go through their own scenario and process when it comes to buying a home. Or this is another one that I hear. Oh, I'm just looking because I can't really find something that I really love. Sometimes when it's your first time buying a home, sometimes you're going to have to see what's the most important, okay? Because if the floor plan kind of fits your lifestyle, or the floor plan is going to work for you, we can paint and do everything else, okay? You don't have to worry about it. So let's break it down. I wanted to create this easy steps for you to get all of your documents in order, for you to get prepared to see if you can buy a home, okay? See if you can get pre-qualified for a home loan. Now, the first thing that I want you to do, actually, this is your pro tip number one, is actually create a folder in your Google Drive. And I want you to call this folder Buying My Home. Once you create this folder, this is where you're going to place all of the documents that I'm going to be telling you that you need. So when it's time for you to get pre-qualified with the lender or talk to a lender, it's very easy for you to have everything organized and ready to email to the lender. Okay, so go ahead and create that folder and call it Buying My Home. Now, what's the first thing? Okay, well, not the first thing. What are the documents that the lender is going to ask for? Okay, so the main thing, they want to see your paycheck stubs. Why do they want to see your paycheck stubs? Because that's how they're going to see how much income you bring in. Okay, they're going to take a look at how much you make hourly, how much you get paid every week or every 2 weeks or every month. Okay, they want to know your income. So that's why the paycheck stub is so important. Now, if you get paid twice a month, you need two paycheck stubs. If you get paid once a month, you need one paycheck stub. Okay, if you get paid every week, then you need four paycheck stubs. Okay, now you're probably thinking, oh, I probably don't have any of my paycheck stubs. It just gets deposited into my bank account, because a lot of people tell me that. And it's okay. This is what you're going to do. You can go talk to your HR and see, or if you have a portal, but talk to your HR, and your human resources is going to be able to help you locate or print out the paycheck stubs that you need. So that way you can have those paycheck stubs ready in your Google Doc. Okay. So the first thing is your paycheck stubs. If you get any additional income, such as child support, alimony, Social Security, retirement, your pension, Or maybe you got divorced. You are going to need your divorce decree if you are receiving any money from the divorce. Or maybe you have multiple jobs. You are going to need your W-2 forms for each of those jobs, just so that the lender can make sure that they have all of the information that they need to make sure they give you the right qualification. Number 2 is your W-2 forms. Now, they're going to ask you for 2 years of your W-2 forms. Yes, 2 years. They want to check to see if your income has changed year to year. So that's why they're checking, and we'll go over your W-2 form just to make sure and see if what has changed, or if you made more money, less money, or just to verify your income again. So you're probably thinking, oh my God, I don't know where my W-2 form is. Don't worry, look in your taxes. They're probably in your taxes. If they're not in your taxes, you can call your tax preparer, the one that does your taxes, and ask them if they have a copy of your W-2 forms. The next thing is going to be 2 years of your federal taxes. 2 years, 2 whole years of taxes. Okay, they are going to ask you for 2 years of taxes and 2 years of your work history as well. Okay, very important for you to know that if you're getting qualified to buy a home, you need to at least have 2 years of work history. Okay, so 2 years of taxes ready to go, already filed, or if you're gonna file them, okay, make sure that you don't owe any money on your taxes. Okay, that's going to be very important when it's time to see if you can qualify to buy a home. So let me guess, you don't know where your taxes are. I get it. Okay, or this is the one I always hear, I only have 1 year of taxes, I don't know where my other year is. Don't worry, you could always go get a copy wherever you file your taxes. You can go to the office, or I'd call that person if you have a person that helps you do your taxes, and ask them if you can have a copy, or they can email you a copy. Also, maybe when you do your taxes, the person that prepares your taxes sends you an email with a copy of the email. So check in, go to your Google or your Yahoo and type in that person's name, and then see what comes up, okay? Because it might be in your email as well. And if this is the final thing, like if you don't know where your taxes are, you could always contact the California Tax Board and actually get a copy from them as well. Okay, so there's a solution to the problem. Okay, we just need to see what you have and what you don't have. Okay, now this is another important thing that you're going to need is 2 months of bank statements. You're going to need 2 months of bank statements. Okay, and your bank statement is going to have to reflect your down payment. Okay, so any funds that you're going to need to close on the house, it's going to have to show on your bank statement. So we need your 2 most recent bank statements. Okay, and this is another pro tip right here. We need your bank statement to be in a PDF form. Okay, because a lot of I'm pretty sure you have online banking. You're going to be able just to click a button, save it into your computer, and then put it into your Google Drive. Okay, but a lot of people don't have access to that, so we actually do need the 2 months bank statement. We need them to be in a PDF form, and we need all of the pages of your bank statement. Okay, so that when we write your offer as your realtor, we're able to show the seller, hey, this is my proof of funds right here. I'm ready to go. I have my down payment, my closing costs, or whatever funds you need to make the deal happen. Okay, so yes, we need 2 months of bank statements showing and reflecting your down payment and your closing costs. Also, they might ask you if you have a 401k, they're going to want to see a statement on that, or a savings account, they're going to want to see a statement on that too, if you're going to be using those funds. Very important for you to Make sure you download them the right way and you have all of the pages um, together and they're not missing. Okay. The lender is also going to be asking you for a copy of your driver's license or your ID. Okay. And this is just to prevent fraud. They are going to have to verify and make sure that you're the actual person that is wanting to purchase the home or get a home loan. Okay. So they are going to ask you for an ID just to verify who you are and to prevent fraud. Okay. They will also ask you for your social security number. Now, yes, they're going to ask you for your social security number because they do need to fill out an application and they're going to ask you questions and they're going to ask you for your social security because, yes, they're going to want to pull your credit. Okay. And yes, it's going to be a hard pull on your credit. If I could only think of how many times people tell me, oh, I don't want my credit to be pulled. And then we kind of give them a scenario and then they pull the credit and then they really can't buy the home because they have child support, they were divorced. I mean, anything can come up on your credit, or you own three cars and you're making three car payments. Okay. So, I mean, they need to run your credit. That way, the lender can see what scenario is going to work best for you. And especially if you are thinking about using a first time homebuyer program, and they really do check what your credit score is. So if you are wanting to see if you can qualify for one of those programs, they are going to have to run your credit, they are going to have to pull your credit. Okay. But this is a pro tip. Okay. If you're a home buyer, okay, a lot of people don't know. Yes, we can recommend you a lender, okay, but you as a home buyer, you have the right to shop around for interest rates, okay, or you can shop around for your own lender. Now, you need to keep in mind that every lender is going to offer you something different. Okay, the lender, when you decide what lender you want to use, okay, make sure that you have your loan estimate, or you kind of know what you're getting from each lender or what they're charging you. Okay, because every lender has different fees and different costs that are associated with getting a home loan. But yes, you can shop around for a home lender or a home mortgage and until you open escrow. Okay, so just make sure you have your lender locked in and you have all of your questions answered, and you've asked all your questions that you need, and that also they go over all of the numbers that you need to know, like your down payment, your closing costs, your monthly payment, and your interest rate. This is another thing too, guys. When the lender gives you the quote or the estimate, that interest rate is not locked in yet. You don't really lock in your interest rate until you open escrow or you have a contract open. Okay, maybe there's a lender out there that do it differently, but you also want to see when you're going to lock in your interest rate. I'm pretty sure that I know you're barely trying to see if you can even qualify. You don't really know what locking in a rate is, but I'm just trying to explain to you that those quotes are going to change, because that's one of the biggest concerns that a lot of buyers have, because they get an estimate and then the interest rate kind of changes when they do open escrow or they go into their home purchase. So this is another pro tip. When it comes to your bank statements and your closing costs and your down payment, yes, your money needs to be in the bank, not under your bed, not in a safe, not in the closet, not, oh, I take it out and then I put it back into the bank. That's not how it works when it's time to purchase a home. They're going to want to make sure that you've had that money located in the bank for a couple of months, and that the money has been there, and that you're able to pull the money from your checking, your savings, or okay, to be able to purchase the home. Okay, so if you want to ask me, yes, I do have money, but I have it under the bed. That's the one I hear all the time. Okay, guys, no, your money needs to be in the bank. They are going to verify it. They're going to check where the funds are coming from. Okay, there cannot be no cash either. Okay, that's another question that I keep getting asked. Can I just buy with cash? You could buy with cash, but your cash needs to be in the bank as well, because you're going to have to wire the money from your bank to escrow to purchase the property cash. Okay, so your money needs to be located in the bank. Okay, so that's a pro tip right there. Yes, the lender is going to pull your credit score at all three of your credit scores. Okay, they're going to want to have access to your full credit report. Okay, so the first one's going to be Equifax, Expedient, and TransUnion. Okay, so the way that the lender is going to check or see what credit score they're going to be using is, okay, let's say your credit score with Equifax is 685, and with Expedient, your credit score is 720, and with TransUnion, your credit score is 750. So the lender's going to look at your medium credit score. Okay, that's what they're going to base your credit score on. The medium credit score, not the highest and not the lowest, the medium credit score. Okay, another thing that I want to tell you is that they are going to be looking at your rental history. Okay, meaning, do you pay rent? How much rent do you pay? Who do you pay rent to? Do you live with your parents? Okay, they're going to ask you, how much do you pay in rent right now? Okay, and they're just trying to see your rental history. Okay, that's what they're trying to see. Okay, so you don't need to lie, or you don't need to make things up. You just need to tell them how much rent you pay. If you don't pay rent and you live with your parents, just go ahead and say that as well. Okay, so I hope that I was able to give you a bunch of pro tips that are going to help you. You get ready to get all your documents ready to get pre-approved to buy a home. It's pretty easy, guys. You just need to make sure you take the steps in the process to see how much you can qualify for. Okay, this is another pro tip here. Let's say you do send all of your documents to the lender, and the lender uh, contacts you and tells you, well, guess what? Congratulations, you are qualified for a home of $550,000. But then you see how much the mortgage is going to be for a home for $550,000. Now you're the one that's going to have to decide if you're going to use all of your pre-approval, or where do you want to be in your mortgage and in the price. Not the lender and not me. Okay, you're going to see where you have to be financially and price wise. Okay, that's another pro tip right there. You as the buyer are going to make all the final decisions when it comes to what's your price point. If you're going to need closing costs, you're going to cover your own closing costs. Okay, everything that you need to put in order for you to get qualified to buy a home. Now, I hope I was able to give you some great advice, some great pro tips, and also able to explain myself a lot clearer, so that when it's time for you to get all these documents in order, you can actually do it very easily and very fast and send everything over to the lender. And that way, you also need to keep in mind, guys, the lender's not going to tell you how much you qualify for in a day or two. Sometimes it can be 3 days. Okay, I mean, if you're self-employed, that's going to take a little longer, because they're going to ask you for more items if you're self-employed, okay, like maybe more bank statements or another 1099 or whatever they need to ask you. Okay, so it's gonna take a little longer because if you're gonna want it to be done like overnight, a good lender is gonna take the time and do the job right, so that way when you do open escrow, you're able to close on the house. Okay, I hope that you are enjoying all of my videos, okay, and I hope that you enjoyed this information that I was able to put together to get you ready to see if you can qualify for a home loan. Angelica Bonilla here with Excellence Real Estate here in the HD and the Bonilla Group. Bye guys.